This year has been heavy for so many of us. Travel is usually my escape, but with a family of 6, traveling wasn't in the cards. I still wanted to find a way to feel like we'd been transported somewhere beautiful, even if just for one night. So for my birthday, I decided to bring the Mediterranean home, not just for food, but for healing, because every shared bite can be a moment of connection, of joy, and of hope. So I'm cooking a feast for 18 of my friends and family. It's my way of reminding us all that even in hard seasons, we can create moments of beauty, gather together, and find joy in the little things. This video is about food, yes, but more than that, it's about togetherness, intention, and the magic that happens when we open our homes and hearts. It's the day before the dinner. I'm so excited. So we're gonna just go to a market run. I've got some Costco, some Whole Foods, a little Trader Joe's to do. But first, I'm gonna make a little iced coffee. Yum. Let's get going. We're done. Time to go to Whole Foods. I usually like getting my seafood at Whole Foods because it's wild caught and sustainably sourced, and I had a few items to grab like kale, garlic, peppers, and herbs. And I was looking for mussels and calamari, but no mussels in sight, but I'll just adjust the paella to calamari and shrimp. And for Trader Joe's, it's honestly the best place to grab flowers. I grabbed some flowers with like a yellow and white arrangement, and then a few bottles of this Valencian orange wine, which fits the theme perfectly. Okay, we're back, so I'm gonna start just prepping some things that I can the day before, like the tiramisu, the crema Catalana. I'm gonna chop up some of the veggies for the paella, and we're gonna just prep what we can the day before. Now let's get ready. I was just about to make the pistachio tiramisu and I forgot the mascarpone, but I'm on a time crunch because it's now 2 p.m. and I need to have everything pre-prepped by 5. Wish me luck. Not a complete wash. I just ordered some mascarpone, so it'll be here soon. And then as you saw, I made the crema Catalana. It's baking now. And then once it's set and ready, the next day we put a little bit of sugar and we caramelize it. It's so good. Next up, we've got the super easy pistachio tiramisu. You'll want to start with very cold, heavy whipping cream, and it also helps if you put the bowl in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And you'll whip the cream until stiff peaks form, and in a separate bowl, you'll add the mascarpone, the condensed milk, and the pistachio butter, and just whip that until it's all combined. I love this cheat tiramisu because it's super easy, yet everyone always is so impressed by it. Gently fold in the pistachio mixture with the heavy whipping cream, and then you'll take some espresso and pistachio cream, mix that in and dip your lady fingers. And I used these little dessert cups, which made it super cute and easy for single serving. And you place a layer of the cream mixture, the lady fingers, and you repeat that. Top it off, and I like to top it with some pistachios and these little flowers, and it was really, really cute. This was definitely a hit with the crowd. The last thing I prepped for the night was these mini lamb meatballs that come together so easy. You just grate some onion and mix that with the lamb, and the onion keeps the lamb nice and juicy. Then you add in your herbs like dill and parsley, some seasonings that I'll list down below, breadcrumbs, egg, and you mix that well. And a little cheat to figure out if you've added enough seasonings and salt is I take a little piece and I microwave it for about 40 seconds until it's cooked. All right, I'm just gonna try this for salt. Could use a little more. And I wanted them to all be the same size, so I'm using a tablespoon measure, and then I'm just rolling them into small balls, and I'm gonna place them on some parchment paper, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge so that tomorrow it's just super easy to pop in the oven and bake. All right, we're mostly done. Some stuff didn't get done because we're running out of time. So I have my anniversary dinner, but I'll just wake up super early tomorrow and hopefully we'll get everything done on time. See you there. So I'm infamous for figuring out surprises, right? And I was just thinking all day, what could it be? He said, we're gonna be standing and doing an activity, and I figured out it's a cooking class at Suruleta. Okay, correction, it's a date night cooking class. Guys, it's party day. I'm a little bit tired. We went to the cooking class yesterday. I finished around like 9:30, but I had a Thai iced tea, which was on the menu, which was actually so good. And I have an espresso, and I'm super sensitive to caffeine, so I was up till probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. But that's okay. It's party day. I'm excited. It's 6:50 a.m. I'm gonna go outside, set up the table and the florals, and I'm gonna finish getting ready now so we can get to it. Okay, so we're a few hours before the party. I just gotta prep the whipped feta. I'm going to make the charcuterie boards and also the dressings for the salad. And I have a few more paella things to prep. Let's get to it. Next up, for our kale and manchego salad, I start by making the salad dressing, which serves as the dressing for both the salads, and it's a base of shallots, olive oil, sherry vinegar, manchego cheese, and a little water. And I love using the mason jar to shake this up because you can always shake it and revive the sauce later. And you're gonna add a little bit of this to the kale and just make sure to massage your kale. That's what makes it nice and tender and gets rid of the bitter taste. And you'll add in the chopped Marcona almonds, and then you'll add in some shaved manchego cheese, and that's it. This tuna ensalada mixta is like a niçoise salad with a Spanish twist. I started off with some mixed greens and added in some Kalamata olives, some boiled potatoes, and some hard-boiled eggs. And I found a tuna that was in like the spicy chili sauce, which gave it this nice little kick. and you just top it with the dressing that I made earlier, and it's delicious. Whew, okay, we got most of our stuff done. I am going to shower and freshen up, and then we're gonna get started on the paella. I have to say, out of all the things that kind of stressed me out about this party, this paella was the major one. It was the centerpiece, and I just knew that I couldn't get it wrong, and this was my first time making a paella, so there was a lot of pressure there. I did take a cooking class and learned to make one while I was in Spain, and I also took one at Sur la Table, watched some YouTube videos, so I feel like I was definitely prepared. But there are just so many things that could go wrong with a paella. Maybe not cooking the onions and the peppers long enough, not cooking the seafood just right, and definitely not cooking the rice and not having the socorat, which is just the crispy part on the bottom. And I think a lot of it also has to do with just getting the broth right. So I made sure to create a really good seafood broth. And I have to say, once it was all said and done, a lot of people said that this paella was the best paella they had. Seeing everybody at the table and all my friends and family's happy faces definitely made all of the hard work worth it. I was so happy that everybody was enjoying the food, and I was super excited for what was to come because I had a little surprise performance. Having everyone here tonight in one place meant more to me than I can put into words. Life moves so quickly, and most days we're all just trying to keep up, but for one night everything slowed down. The noise quieted. There was laughter, music, candlelight, and that easy warmth that only happens when you're surrounded by people who see you. This dinner was my way of saying thank you to the friends who have been my joy in the seasons when I couldn't find my own, who've helped me remember who I am when I felt lost, and who've loved me through all the messy in-between moments. Food has been my love language, and tonight I spoke it fluently. I hope everyone left feeling a little lighter, a little more full, not just from the food, but from the love that filled this table.